to my channel. My name is Chart Nerd TA. Well, the channel's name is Chart Nerd TA. My name is Chade. And basically a little bit about me before I start. I'm a crypto fanatic. I joined this space roughly about less than a year ago, about 10 months ago. But I fell in love with crypto ever since. And honestly, guys, I've put in a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of hours into researching and, you know, particularly diving into TA. And I just fell in love with charting. I don't know what it was. And I got my first investments in, and ever since I've been working my way towards a better future, and that's what I think we're all in this space for. So hopefully, guys, you can learn something from me, and I just wanted to welcome you to the channel. But let's get into this. Today I'm looking at audio USD on the weekly time frame, and I'm seeing lovely patterns here. Guys, personally, I'm an artist. If you haven't heard about audio, you should definitely look into it. It's sort of like a rival to Spotify. I'll let you find out for yourselves. Go dig into it, because I'm going to stick to the TA today, but definitely recommend it to go and have a look at it. It's an amazing project, and you know, it's doing really well. It's a lovely chart to look at the moment. It's working beautifully in structure, and it's holding key structure at the moment for continuation overall, which is lovely to see. You know, zooming out and not looking at the smaller time frame sometimes is very beneficial, because you can get nosedived and stuck into those charts. You know, so not financial advice, but do zoom out and have a look at what's actually going on, because you can see, you know, look, once you've rocketed up here, look, you knew you was getting too overextended, and you had to come back down and find support. You had to come and find support. I'm sorry if there was a bit of muffling in the background there. I had the volume on my Scarlett turned up by accident. But yeah, look, you can see, look, what happened here is that you had a B, a C correction, and you had Elliott wave within that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 waves down within an ABC correction, standard, nominal. And you found a key level of support, which was on roughly around this swing high here, around that sort of area. Sorry for my wonky lines. And you've held that, and now look, you've come up, you got above the EMAs, you fell back to them as support. And you've got a golden cross on the weekly with the 10 crossing over the 20. You know, the 55 is still catching up here on the weekly time frame, and it's only just coming in because of short time frame of its existence. But you can see that it rocketed up. It came up to another level of resistance, and then since then it's been forming its way down. And look, that looks like a lovely cup and handle pattern there. I'm going to zoom into the daily and see if I can notice that a bit more. But you are looking for a breakout, and today I do believe you're up a whopping 50. It went up a whopping 56% up here, but it came back down, and I do believe you're up about, I think it's about 40-something% at the moment from this daily candle. So from that wick there to about 55%. Jesus, yeah, that's a monstrous candle. That's bullish as hell. And you could potentially see that what you've done here is that you've come back in this cup and handle, fell back to support, held the 20 EMA on the weekly, and this week you've just rocketed. And you could potentially, again, another really bullish pattern here. You could potentially, if I just clear the charts quickly, I'll get some fibs on in a second, show you my predictions for the end of this bull run. But you could potentially see some sort of, look, you've got a left shoulder here, ahead, and a massive right shoulder here. And you've got a level of resistance from, which is roughly around there of that head and shoulders. And you can see, if we zoom in a little bit here, you can see that with today's, or this week's pump, particularly today, I do believe this is, I do believe this candle is, yeah. So today, sorry, that was the weekly candle I was talking about in percentage. But today you're at 53%. Yeah, you're 53% up. So look, if you start coming to tackle this level of resistance here, because you've run into it at the moment, you wicked above it, but you're not closed above it. I'd like to see the weekly close above that and backtest it and hold it as support for continuation here. That'd be lovely to see for audio. But, you know, could you be coming up here to break it? Again, I'll zoom into the 4-hourly and the smaller time frames very soon and just see what's going on. But you would have a technical target from the breakout of this inverse head and shoulders, which would be from the neckline of the shoulders to the head. And you can see that if you do come up and break it, for instance, this week, you're in a technical target above the all-time high. And if we get some fibs on from this low to the all-time high, you can see that it just brings you back up to the 1. And I do believe that what's happening is you've run into the 786 a couple of times here. From the low in July to the all-time high. Love how that rhymes. I do waffle on here, guys, I'm sorry, but I just love what I see and I just try and get it across to you. But look, you can see that, cool, I've lost myself now. Yeah, you're running into the 786. because that you've run into it multiple times here, that you've wicked above it and just fell back, and you've hit your head, and you rolled down, and look, you found support on the 20, but you wicked down to the 050, because you came up, ran into the 786, lost the 10, wicked the 20 and the 050, and you've bounced off it, and then you've held it. You've held the 20. Super bullish. That is super bullish. And as I said, if I zoom out a little bit here and give you my technical targets, my minimal targets for audio in this bull run is the 1618 at $20. Yeah, currently sitting at $20. Or the 2. I do believe it's got not enough steam in it. Look how lovely it is. Imagine that the blow off top, the amount of parabola and mania that will come if Q4 does end off blowing off and going really well for Bitcoin. You know, everything will appreciate, you know, to some extent, and hopefully you can reach these sort of numbers up here, because you could be in a sort of Elliott wave count right now. This could be your low. Look, so wave 1, you've come back, found support on the 050. Your wave 2. And you could potentially be pushing up to the 1618. The 3 is the largest wave. It's normally the largest wave out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott waves. The 3rd wave is normally the largest. It's at least as big as wave 1. So you could come up to the 1618, fall back to the 1272, and everyone thinks everything's going to shit. And then you get your blow off top come January, February, wherever it may be, to the 2, and you've got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that is where, you know, you get your bear market at that 46 and start rolling over and fall back to key level of support, and get your market structure. Just do you see what I'm saying? It's not that it's going to happen, but that could potentially be a 1, 2. You're off in your 3. You come back for support, and off you go to that $46. But again, minimal target for me is the 1618 at $20, which is a further appreciation. I think it's about a 6x. 624%. Yeah, so it's about 6x. But again, guys, look at this. Sorry to drag it on. The stock RSI. This is on the weekly time frame. Look, it's in the floor, and it's been in the floor. It's been in the floor for months. Now have a look here. Look, when it was in the floor, you came up, and look, when you started to recover and you started to come out of that, you appreciated here. Where was you when you started to do that? So down here. When he was in the floor there, you went up a whopping 615%. So if we went up another 615% from where we are now and came up to these sort of levels up here in the stock RSI and the RSI well overbought up here, if we did come up to there again and say we got a 600% from this low here, you know, where are you looking to go to? 600%. It brings you up to the 1414. So it just gives confidence. You sort of, not saying that has to happen. That's just a thought experiment, a rough experiment. But look, you are in the floor in the RSIs. The RSI is healthy. You know, you're flipping the switch a little bit here. I think, let me zoom into this quickly. You know, because you can see patterns within the RSI as well. This is on the weekly time frame. You've got that level of resistance. There, you hit your head, and you came out, you fell back through, but you're above it right now. That could be a potential play right now. And you could also be holding this level on the stock RSI as well. It looks like you're coming into some sort of triangle to break out of. It's mad. But yeah, that's just a little update on audio. Let me zoom into the 4 hour and see what I can see on the 4 hour here. Alright, so one sign straight off the back, you can see that you got a bullish cross, which is amazing. You know, that bullish cross is amazing. You are a bit overextended from the EMAs, so you can see that if we go to the 1 hour, you probably are pulling back a bit. Yeah, you are pulling back. So if we get a little fib on the 1 hour, see from where we've run into, from where we broke out of, which was down here, you can see that this is where we started our breakout. You know, you've come up, you've run into a level of resistance, and you're falling back now. So these are the key targets you'd want to look for maybe an entry point if it holds. Look, because the stock RSI and the RSI are rolling over, and you are overbought and you're looking to come back down and, you know, just gain healthy levels again. So you potentially could be rolling here a little bit. I've took some profits out, to be honest with you, personally, not financial advice, but I've took a little bit of profit out. I am invested in this coin, in this project, and I'm waiting for a retracement to the 050, excuse me, or the 0618. Could it hold the 10 EMA on the 1 hour? Who knows? You come down there, start bouncing off again. But yeah, nominal places of retracement. guys, when you're in an uptrend, you start hitting the head on the 382, you look for the 050. If you start coming down and hitting the head on the 050, you look for the 0618. And you can see here that if you did start to hit your head on the 10, you could come down, the 20 catch up. If you bounced off that, lovely. But if you start to come down and hit your head on the 20, you can see that this is going to creep up and you potentially could come down to the 0618. And that's where you sort of rolled over a little bit, come back to the EMAs, and you start to get your next wave out of here. So that's a little update on audio. Forgive me for dragging on so long. I hope you enjoyed today's update. Please do subscribe to the channel. Hit that alarm bell, as I will be uploading a lot more videos from now on. But yeah, from Chart Nerd TA, guys, take care. Have a lovely week. God bless.